Today's story is Billy Monster's Daymare. Let's have a look at the blurb on the back of the book to see what this book is all about. Billy Monster is scared, but what is keeping him awake? What can be frightening him so much? And how will Daddy Monster find a way to help Billy sleep soundly through the day? It's set in a topsy-turvy monster world. This warm and funny story is perfect for raising a smile and chasing away bedtime fears. Hey guys, Miss Qualchick here for today's daily reading. Today's story is quite a funny one. I really like the story. It's called Billy Monster's Daymare. It's written by Alan Durant and it's illustrated by Ross Collins. So, looking at the front cover, I can see that there's a monster here. I think maybe that's Billy Monster. And a daymare. I've never heard of a daymare before. I've heard of a nightmare, which is a scary dream that you have during the nighttime. I wonder what a daymare could be. Let's find out. In a darkish creepy wood, in a darkish spooky house, in a darkish gloomy bedroom. Ooh, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? The bedroom door creaked open.
What's wrong, Billy Monster?
Daddy Monster growled softly.
Did you have a daymare?
Billy Monster nodded. Yeah, he sobbed. I dreamt I saw a child.
Oh dear,
said Daddy Monster.
You poor baby.
He patted Billy Monster on the head. It was a boy child, said Billy Monster, with 2 little eyes and 2 little ears and no horns at all. Ugh, snorted Daddy Monster.
That is horrible.
Daddy Monster tucked in Billy Monster again and howled a monster lullaby until Billy Monster fell asleep. Daddy Monster crept away, shutting the door behind him, and went back to bed. Good. He had just started to burble and snore when...
Oh, Billy.
growled Daddy Monster sleepily.
Not another daymare.
Yes, sniffed Billy Monster.
Was it a child again?
asked Daddy Monster. Yes, said Billy Monster. It was a girl child, and she had horrible yellow hair and a tail at the back of her head. What do you think the tail on the back of her head was? Have a look at the picture here. It looks like a ponytail. Yeah, so they think that's a tail on the back of the head. And she tried to kiss me!
Oh no!
cried Daddy Monster.
That is really awful. That is the worst daymare of all. You poor darling.
Daddy Monster gave Billy Monster a cup of cold slime. Then he stroked his horn soothingly until Billy Monster started to whiffle and hiss. Daddy Monster went back to his own bed once more, but no sooner had he started to slobber and grunt when...
What is it now?
Daddy Monster groaned wearily. I think there's a child in the room, wailed Billy Monster. Over there, behind the curtain. He pointed to the window where there was a tiny gleam of daylight.
I'll go and see.
Said Daddy Monster, and he pulled back the curtains.
There's no child here.
He soothed.
See? It was just the branches of the tree you saw.
He shook his head and tutted.
It's too light in here. That's the problem.
He drew the curtains across so that the window was covered completely.
That's better. Now it's nice and dark.
Thank you. Billy Monster breathed in a little wobbly voice. But could you look in the cupboard too, please? Daddy Monster looked in the cupboard. And on top of the cupboard, little mousie. And behind the bookcase. And under the bed.
See?
Said Daddy Monster.
There's no child in here. There's no child anywhere. It's all in your head. Children aren't real.
Are you real? Apparently, Daddy Monster says you're not real. Oh, said Billy Monster, but he didn't sound very sure.
Now close your eyes, little monster, and cuddle your beast.
Said Daddy Monster.
And I'll read you a lovely bedtime story.
Once upon a time, there was a brave little monster. Daddy Monster began. Billy Monster sighed happily. This was his favorite story. It told how one brave little monster met some children one night and wasn't scared at all. They made friends and played spooky games together. Then they all went back to the little monster's house and ate slug and eyeball stew. Ugh! That sounds yucky.
And the brave little monster lived happily ever after.
Said Daddy Monster, closing the book.
Now go to sleep, my brave little monster.
Daddy Monster gave Billy Monster a big monster kiss. Daddy Monster was just opening the bedroom door when Billy Monster called out to him very softly. Daddy Monster, well, just suppose there's such thing as children. Do you think they'd have bad dreams about monsters? Have you ever had a bad dream about a monster? Daddy Monster rolled his eyes and laughed.
Oh, Billy.
He snorted.
What a silly Billy you are. Why, who could ever be scared of us?
The end. I hope you guys like that version of Billy Monster's Daymare. And I hope when you have a nightmare next time, have a think about Billy Monster and the way that his dad helped him to get over his daymare. Bye, guys!